So this is my resource audit. I've outlined a few resources that I have access to in the duration of my the processing of my short film. So these are, even though these are initial ideas, I may not use them and I may give more to my short film, but it's just good to mention and just in case, I guess. So location wise, I've got Hayden School because I'm planning to do like a big thing in Hayden where my character saves a lot of people in Hayden, as well as I'm using quite a large, narrow kitchen that my friend has, quite like one of those modern-esque kitchens, just because it gives quite a nice field of view to like a shot I'm planning to create. I will also be using, hopefully at least, a cottage that, like a really old nice cottage that my family have quite a while away, just because it's just to give it again like a different sense that I'm in a different place quite quickly, because the plan is for my short film to have a speedster going around. I've got recordings of places in Norway on a cruise that I can green screen myself in for whatever I might need. I also have sort of my house, my garden that I'll probably use, as well as just different areas in London, so South Bank for example, Camden, anywhere really in London, just to give it a larger sense of immersity to my film, as well as family that live near the beach I'll be using as well, just to give like again a larger film that I'm switching to locations quite quickly. So these are potential locations I could use in my music video. I have access to these through my potential model and my family and people that know what places I know and have visited. I will carefully choose what locations to use in my video to best portray the feel of the video that I decide to create. These locations will be useful to create like sort of my final product, and they will provide different settings for my footage, which will make my short film more versatile and give it more of an interesting feel and style than to most, as well as the fact that I will be incorporating a lot of editing styles that I have in different programs as well, like again Audition, Photoshop, After Effects for example, as well as using a lot of plugins that I do own through purchases that normal students probably won't have, just because they're quite expensive. So as well as that, there's a lot of technologies that we have at our school that I'm quite lucky that our media department has access to. So we have, like for instance, a magic lantern, which is a firmware for a 55D camera. So our cameras are SLR 550D cameras, and I won't be using zoom lenses. I'll be using more prime lenses. That's what they're usually known as. Prime lenses we have are 55mm, so which is normally how film is filmed, but now it's sort of onto a 70mm film. But anyways, I'll be using the 55 instead. Maybe, hopefully I can get my hands on the 70mm camera lens, which then I could use also. So we've also got a Sony FDR X100V, which is basically a GoPro, as well as I own a GoPro and hundreds of different add-ons to the GoPro, as well as I may be purchasing a drone to use for my film, just to give it again a completely unique style that no other short film has got. For instance, the add-ons I already own, head strap, body mount. I am creating a camera that can sort of face me, so like a snorri cam, with the GoPros of course. I've got clips to add them onto helmets for maybe snowboarding, for example. I've got tripods that can latch onto cars, things like that, just again give myself a really just unique feel. So wide angle lenses as well as the prime lenses. We do have zoom lenses too, but again I'll probably be using prime lenses because they just give a nicer picture. Tripod, so for panning, tilting, tracking, dollies and camera slides. We've got LED portable lights, so lighting wise, so we've got LED lights, fill lights, studio lights and redheads. So to use that I can make like a freaky lighting or standard 3-point lighting, which out of all the lighting we have, the ones we really need are the fill light, the key light, and the backlight. So that all helps to sort of illuminate my character if I do decide to film in the dark. So as well as that, I've got my MacBook Pro, so I can edit on the go basically. But as well as that, I've got the Adobe software, so that again, the sort of Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects, Audition. So I will use most of, if not all these technologies during my short film. So it's like through filming, editing, and assisting with aesthetics, like lighting. These technologies will be good as they will enable me to use a variety of different products to create this immense final product that I'm hoping to use. I will be probably filming most of my film on a GoPro, just at least a large amount of it, due to the fact that I will be using I will be creating quite like a slowed down clip to give myself quite a bit of height and speed to my character. So what else is there? So we also have a GoPro sort of stabilizer. So GoPro stabilizer, when you move it, it stays still. So kind of like a Steadicam in some ways. We also, again with the lighting, we've got the LED lights. We've got a camera which is probably like the best camera, which has got the nicest tripod, which uses oil, like an oil ball in the base of the tripod, so it can give fluent motions, as well as the shoulder mounts, which gives you sort of a nicer focus as well. Also, maybe for like maybe a quick transaction, we've also got a new add-on which spins the camera. So so you can like set it to what you want. So maybe when creating a time lapse, it can slowly spin in the time lapse. So I could also use that, as well as like the normal SLR 550D cameras, which we'll be using as school standard cameras. Also we have tracks, so like tracks to put the cameras on, just to give it maybe sort of nicer pan overs as well, which I'm most likely will be using, but probably purchasing longer ones, because I'm planning to have a shot where it runs through the whole corridor as I run, and whilst there are lots of people basically standing still. Again, I'll probably be using a GoPro for that, just so I can get nicer frames and be able to show people more still. So that's almost everything. So the editing software I will use to manipulate my footage in order to give nice effects to it will be After Effects and Premiere Pro. After Effects mainly to give everything a really nice effect to it and like a more fluid effect, and then Premiere Pro just to add everything together nicely. So yeah, that's most of it. There isn't anything else really to add on to. I will be using GoPros for most of the filming, which because of my great access to GoPros, due to me owning the Hero 3 Plus, and school do have the 4s as well, so like the 4K cameras, which I may use some 4K shots, even though that using 4K will slow down the FPS, which I need a high FPS for what I'm planning to do. So models and props. So I plan to use a variety of props and people in my short film to make it look more immersed and give a larger threat to what I'm filming. So for my character, there needs to be a lot of people to save, so it is like a larger threat and more people to be antagonists against. So for instance, I will be the main character. I'm planning to have multiple people from school, the drama class mainly, just because they'd really be sort of up for it. I've got a suit. I created a suit last year for my character I'll be using. But I will be adding onto it. So I will be adding ski goggles, gloves, and maybe a hat, as well as large sort of earphones, kind of similar to the Quicksilver X-Men character. I'll be using my car just to give like a nice slow down shot. So as I slow down, I'll record that and then slow that down again in After Effects or Adobe, whatever looks, Adobe Premiere Pro, whatever looks nicer, and then using green screen, which I'll be using for almost every shot of green screen at some point, as well as using wires to suspend things in air, just so when I do this shot, this scene I'm planning to do where everything's slowed down, I can throw things in the air and they stay in the air basically, so it makes everything look like the whole earth slowed down. I will also be using costumes again, like I said. Makeup, I will be planning to use makeup just because there's a scene where I'm planning to do where someone gets shot and I'll be using fake blood for that. And then I guess I would name all my models, but I'm planning to just give like a cast list. I will be making a script for my film, so I will produce that then. So thanks everyone for listening, have a nice day, bye.